Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. We welcome you to our online teaching academy Ekaleva. This video is on the third part of the lesson Madam Rides a Bus from CBSE 10th English. In the previous video we saw that as Valli was travelling in the bus, there was a cow in front of her bus. When the driver gave sound horn, the cow was frightened and it was running always in front of the bus, but it didn't move the road at all. Now let's see what happened next. Somehow this was very funny to Valli. She laughed and laughed until there were tears in her eyes. So seeing the cow running always in front of the bus, she laughed. She laughed enough until she got tears in her eyes because it was very funny to look at. Hey lady, haven't you laughed enough? Called the conductor. Better save some for tomorrow. So seeing Valli laughing, the conductor told her, enough of laughing today, you can save some for tomorrow. At last the cow moved off the road and soon the bus came to the railroad crossing. So at last the cow moved off the road and the bus picked up the speed. At last it reached the place where the railroad crossing was there. A peck of a train could be seen in the distance, growing bigger and bigger as it drew near. So there was a dot of a train was seen in the distance. So as it was coming closer to them, it grew bigger and bigger. Then it rushed past the crossing gate with a tremendous roar and rattle, shaking the bus. So when it came near the railway crossing gate, it went very fast, making so much of noise, and the vibration made the bus to get shaken. So the bus was shaking because of the vibration. Then the bus went on and passed the train station. The bus crossed the railway station. From there it traversed a busy, well-laid out shopping street and turning entered a wider thoroughfare. From there the bus crossed a big shopping street, taking a little turn. At last it entered a wider thoroughfare. So thoroughfare means it is a busy public road. Transferred, traversed means traveled across. What glittering displays of clothes and other merchandise! Such big crowds! Struck dumb with wonder, Valli gaped at everything. So now our bus was going through the big shopping streets and where she could see glittering displays of clothes. Very bright and shining clothes were displayed and also other merchandise. What is merchandise? It means the things which were kept for sale. Also, she could see many people over there and she was dumbstruck and she gaped at everything. So, what is gaped at? It means she looked wondering with her mouth open. Then the bus stopped and everyone got off except Valli. So the bus came to halt and everyone got off, but Valli stayed back in the bus itself. Hey lady, said the conductor, aren't you ready to get off? He asked Valli whether she was not going to get off. This is as far as your 30 paise takes you. So he said that this much what she could travel to for her 30 paise ticket. No, Valli said. I'm going back on the same bus. So she said that she was not going to get off and she was going back to her place on this same bus. She took another 30 paise from her pocket and handed the coins to the conductor. She took another 30 paise and gave the coins to the conductor and she bought the ticket. Why is something the matter? And he asked why she is not getting down like any other person, why she wanted to stay back in that same bus and travel back without going anywhere. No, nothing's the matter. I just felt like having a bus ride. That's all. So she said that nothing matter, and she just wanted to have a ride on the bus. So she just traveled, and again she wants to go back to her place in the same bus. Don't you want to have a look at the sights now that you are here? The conductor asked Vali, why can't she go around and have a look at the sights over there? All by myself? Oh, I would be much too afraid. So the girl said that she was afraid to go all alone to have a look at the sights in a new place. Greatly amused by the girl's way of speaking, the conductor said, but you weren't afraid to come in the bus. So the bus driver was greatly amused by the girl's way of speaking and he told her she was not afraid to come all alone in the bus. Nothing to be afraid of that, she answered. So she said that she was not afraid to travel all alone in the bus, but she was afraid to move around in a new place alone. Well, then, why not go to that stall over there and have something to drink? Then he suggested her uh, to go to that nearby stall to have some drink. Nothing to be afraid of that either. So he said that nothing to be afraid to go there and have some drink. Oh no, I couldn't do that. She also refused and said that she could not do that. Well then, let me bring you a cold drink. So he said that he would bring her a cold drink from that stall. No, I don't have enough money. Just give me my ticket, that's all. So the conductor offered a cold drink, but she refused to take it and she said that she didn't have enough money. And also she told him to give her the ticket alone. It will be my treat and not cost you anything. He told her not to worry about money and that was his treat for her. No, no, she said firmly. Please no. So she said very strongly that she won't take anything from the conductor. The conductor served and they waited until it was time for the bus to begin the return journey. So the both Vali and the conductor waited for the other passengers to get on the bus. It was a time fixed for the particular time was fixed for the bus to begin the return journey. Again, there weren't many passengers. So as it was a slack time, there weren't many passengers because it was still the afternoon time. Won't your mother be looking for you? The conductor asked when he gave the girl her ticket. So giving her ticket, the conductor asked whether her mother won't be looking for her. No, no one will be looking for me, she said. She said nobody would be looking for her. The bus started and again there were the same wonderful sights. As the bus started, she continued to enjoy the wonderful sights through the window. The bus moved on. The memory of the dead cow haunted her, dampening her enthusiasm. As the bus moved on, the memory of the dead cow occupied her mind and it just reduced her enthusiasm. She no longer wanted to look out the window. She sat thus, glued to her seat, until the bus reached her village at 3:40. So she didn't want to look out the window anymore, and she stopped enjoying the wonderful sight outside. So there onward, she just sat on the seat and she just stuck to her seat. She didn't move at all until she reached her village. So the bus reached her village at 3:40. She stood up and stretched herself. Then she turned to the conductor and said, "Well, sir, I hope to see you again." So when the bus reached her village, she stood up and stretched herself and told conductor that she would see him again. "Okay, madam," he answered her, smiling. "Whenever you feel like a bus ride, come and join us, and don't forget to bring your fare." So the conductor also answered her, smiling, and whenever she felt like a bus ride, she could join them. And also, he told her to bring her fare. So, what is fare? The cost for the ticket. She laughed and jumped down from the bus. Then away she went, running straight for home. So, when the bus halted, she just jumped down from the bus and she laughed and ran towards her house. When she entered her house, she found her mother awake and talking to one of Vali's aunts, the one from South Street. So when she entered her house, she found her mother awake. So her mother was awake, and also her mother was talking to one of her Vali's aunts who was living in South Street. This aunt was a real chatterbox, never closing her mouth once she started talking. So Valli's aunt was a chatterbox. It means she was very talkative. Once she started talking, she would never keep her mouth shut. "And where have you been?" said her aunt when Valli came in. So when Valli came in, she asked her where she had been. She spoke very casually, not expecting a reply. So Valli just smiled, and her mother and aunt went on with their conversation. So when she asked Valli where she had been, Valli did not reply to her question because she knew that she asked her very casually. So she didn't respond and she just smiled. And her mother and aunt continued their conversation. "Yes, you are right," her mother said. "So many things in our midst and in the world outside. How can we possibly know about everything? And even when we do know about something, we often can't understand it completely, can we?" So, in the conversation, answering to a question, she said she agreed that her aunt was right. So, what did she say? She said there are many things around us happening, and we are not able to know about everything which is happening around us. And even if we know about something, we are not able to understand it completely. "Oh, yes," breathed Vali. "What?" asked her mother. "What's that you say?" "Oh," said Vali, "I was just agreeing with what you said about things happening without our knowledge." So Vali's mother was telling that there are so many things happening around us, but we don't know about everything that's happening around us. Vali said yes. Her mother was puzzled why she said yes, and she asked why she said yes. And she said that she was just agreeing with what she said about things happening without her knowledge. Actually, here she means her trip. So she was able to go to town and come back without her mother's knowledge. "Just a chit of a girl she is," said her aunt, "and yet look how she pokes her nose into her conversation, just as though she were a grown lady." So she didn't like Vali to interfere in their conversation. She commented that she was such a small girl, and still she poked her nose into their conversation and behaved like a grown-up girl. Vali smiled to herself. She didn't want them to understand her smile. So Vali smiled secretly, and she didn't want them to understand her smile. She didn't want them to know the meaning of her smile because she went to town without their knowledge, and sometimes she may get scolding if they come to know about this. But then there wasn't much chance of that, was there? And even after that, they did not get a chance to know about her trip. So it was maintained, the secret was maintained by Valli. So Valli was very intelligent and she was just self-respecting girl, and then she was very sensitive too, and she was good at planning, so that she was able to succeed in the trip. So that was her long time desire, so she was able to succeed in that. I hope you like this video. To receive our online classes, please press the subscribe button and you can receive the latest updates. Thank you.